Meredith McGraw understands that better than most. Deep knowledge of the former president. She's the national political correspondent for Politico and out with a new book called Trump in Exile. I have a copy here. It is a must-read, I would say. Congratulations on the book.
Thank
Could
you.
not have come at a better time. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
What is going on in Mar-a-Lago right now? Is their head still spinning?
Well, just think about the past 4 weeks and what we've seen in terms of this 2024 campaign. Trump survived an assassination attempt. There was the RNC convention in Milwaukee where the Republican Party was incredibly confident. The polling was all...
They were talking about winning Minnesota.
Exactly. The polling was all going in their favor. You know, they were riding high. And when President Biden stepped down and Vice President Kamala Harris stepped up with this new ticket, it has really put the Trump campaign on their back foot. And they're now trying to figure out how they're going to message against Harris. They're working that out in real time. And they're still looking at these key battleground states and this core group of undecided voters who really are going to determine this election. But still, it is now a much closer race than the Trump campaign thought it was going to be.
Well, you say the campaign is trying to figure out how to message. Donald Trump sort of already figured it out, right? New York Times reporting on this. Inside the worst 3 weeks of Donald Trump's 2024 campaign, people around the former and would-be presidency candidate knocked off his bearings, disoriented by his new contest with Kamala Harris, and unsure how to take her on. And there was this moment a key fundraiser asked Trump about his plan to win back the narrative, and he told the person, "I am who I am," basically saying, right, that he is going to figure out on his own how to message, and that goes when he's challenged to his worst instincts, which is sort of what you talk about.
Well, you know, in my book, I take us from the moment Donald Trump flies down on Air Force One for the very last time to Mar-a-Lago, and this era where he is trying to think about what his political future would be. He's building the team around him. He's thinking about 2024. He's making endorsements, but it's a moment where he is at his lowest. And Donald Trump at this moment it's not his lowest point by any means, but he is not the clear winner in these instances. And I think that's when you see Donald Trump lash out. That's when you see him try to take control of things in his own way. And I think that's why you're seeing things like him go after the Georgia governor, Kemp, on stage.
They go after Brian Kemp's wife, go after Kamala Harris's race, all these things, trying to take back the narrative. Meredith, congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's good to see you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.